Yes, I'm still doing videos. I said, I'm going to stop. What I'd like to do is, like I said, is have there's people who want to hear about true word, the Father and the Lord. Have a system where I can actually just tag certain people and say that, on the channel. Like I said, I'm not trying to lock people down, this and that. There's just so many evil forces out there right now. Like I said, I'm being attacked by everybody, and even there's so much crap. I don't know if you've seen these folks. Bother me personally. Anyway, it doesn't matter because I have to stay focused on my mission. So I'll just quit doing the videos and just focus on my mission for the Father, Lord, and the angels if I have to, because I just can't take it anymore, the bull crap. But anyway, but like I said, everybody should have an opportunity to hear my words or other words, and it's not like my words are special. It's just that I hope you enjoy them. If nobody enjoys them, just move on or give me a thumbs down. Say, Kirk, your stuff is crap. Well, anyway, so here's what I had to talk about. This is the Ted Bundy Mandela Effect. Okay, now Ted Bundy, was a serial killer, right? And what's interesting about the Ted Bundy, because I'm a Colorado native, right? And I tracked everything about him when he was in Colorado when he committed a murder in Colorado. Now, this one's interesting because Ted Bundy, its Mandela Effect, is completely changed. The whole story about Ted Bundy and everything, it just blows my mind, okay? Originally in Colorado, what happened was that there was a place called Mesa Mall in Grand Junction. It was a small mall, it was an indoor mall, it wasn't a plaza area. And there was a young lady, I think she was about 18 years of age, that had been murdered by Ted Bundy. Now, what happened was that Ted Bundy had come into Colorado on, I think that's I-70, and stopped in at the Mesa Mall. And in the parking lot, he had already kidnapped another lady from somewhere. I can't remember, it was Utah. It may have been Utah. See, there is a mall. He used to use the malls as a good place to kidnap ladies, young ladies and stuff like that. But anyway, so here's the thing is, he'd already kidnapped another lady and had her in a car. And he used her to lure this other lady younger lady into his vehicle. What they said was, they were from California, Ted Bundy, and this young lady that they were looking for a model, right? He said he's gonna, and so they're talking in a parking lot. He said, come with us. We're gonna, we'll make you famous and rich and all those other things. So this young lady gets in the vehicle. This was last she heard of her, and I don't remember the name because this was so many years ago. This is a long, long time ago. I was still a teenager when this happened. Well, anyway, so that's what it was. He had lured this lady, young lady, from out in the parking lot of this mall, telling that mall, using this other lady, saying, because she's saying, yeah, I'm a model from California, I work with him, and blah 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 blah. Boy, so now I cannot find any record of that young lady being murdered from Mesa Mall in Grand Junction. I've looked. I haven't done a complete search, but I cannot. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. What's interesting though, there is a different case that they're talking about in Grand Junction. They're saying that Ted Bundy, by himself, not even with a lady, that there was a lady who was riding out in the country, or on the outskirts of Grand Junction somewhere. I don't know the exact location. That he actually that he got her and left her like only her shoes and her bike. Only her shoes and bike were found. Now, this is completely weird because I knew all the news about Ted Bundy. That never ever occurred in my reality. Never was there a lady. And this lady was older. I think they said that. I can't remember. I don't know what the age was, like 28 or 32 or something. I don't know. Anyway, so now it even gets weirder than that. You start going this rabbit hole, this Ted Bundy thing. It is strange because not only that, we find out that he escaped from Aspen. It's called Pitkin County Jail in Aspen, Colorado, twice. They said he escaped twice from the jail. I can tell you, folks, no way did that ever occur. They escaped twice from Aspen, Pitkin County Jail. Matter of fact, I'm not sure because I didn't pay attention to all the details. That he had actually, I thought it was actually Boulder County. Once that they had arrested him driving through near Boulder and caught him, and that's where he was originally arrested. Was in Boulder and stayed in Boulder County Jail, not Aspen, Colorado. So even the location to me is off. Because Boulder, they said, it's driving through the canyon one time, and he tried to trick him at first. He said, somehow the officer pulled him over for some other reason, and they started getting really suspicious. He started behaving weird, and then he's using a different name and stuff like that. And the officer, the sheriff, almost let him go. But then something happened where I don't know. I can't remember the story. But then they went ahead and arrested him. They said, "Oh my gosh, this is Ted Bundy. We finally got him." So. So that was actually in Boulder County, not Aspen, Colorado. Okay, I'm not 100% sure on the details because they could have transported him to Aspen, Pitt County Jail for something else, but I don't know. Right, to get him out of Boulder, maybe there's reasons. This and that, I don't know. But it gets even weird. Here's what I'm getting at. This is what blows my mind is now they're saying that the Bundys, Ted Bundy, that his there's two brothers that actually started the CIA. That Tim Bundy is on that like his relatives, like his grandfather or something, or that actually started CIA. Are you kidding me? So, so that Ted Bundy is, his relatives are CIA at the top. They even started the CIA, which is, and guess it gets deeper, that the Illuminati, the Bundys belong to the Illuminati family. Are you kidding me? That we have this whole thing of Illuminati, the CIA, and then Ted Bundy? Wow. I mean, really. And now I was listening to Jeffrey Daughtry. He's called the Christian Blower, okay? Christian whistleblower. Very smart guy, right? Well, he said the whole thing's been a fabricated story. Not about the Mandela Effect, but the whole thing about Ted Bundy, because he's not even looking from Mandela Effect aspects. He's looking at it straight from the storyline. He said that this was propaganda created by the Illuminati to make to have this guy who's good-looking, young, Caucasian, white male to be a serial killer. They said it on purpose. It wasn't some kind of grotesque, evil, demonic-looking individual. That Ted Bundy, that he was just nothing but an actor to create fear of ladies against, good-looking gentlemen, to create, make them fear and not want to date them or marry them. That it was, so also because he said once you keep them isolated, people, that you can tend to control them once you get them isolated, right? So it also caused division and more this female versus male, and that's kind of like this transgender movement we're seeing. The Illuminati and all these other evil ones, they want as much transgender stuff that they can and to eliminate families and this and stuff and that. I mean, seriously, look around you, folks. I mean, seriously. That is their objective, is to eliminate the family structure, to divide families, and create division any way they can, and just blow up. I mean, look at the divorce rates. I mean, seriously. So it's part of this system of making money off of them, divorce systems and this and things like that to control the people, right? So anyway. So if you're familiar with that case, I mean, we already know that with OJ Simpson's trial, that if the was it how the saying that if the you must well, I'm trying to think of the exact words because actually now they have two gloves. They only had one at the time. I remember that one in detail. O.J. Simpson's trial is a complete change where now they said they found both gloves. Well, there was only one glove in the original reality, and it says if the glove don't fit, you must if the glove don't fit, you must acquit. And now it's been changed. So it always talking about one glove. If the glove don't fit, you must acquit. It doesn't say if the gloves, plural or singular, don't fit, you must acquit. Now they show them putting on two gloves or something ridiculous, right? So that's the thing that's so confusing about our reality. I know more about this, about our reality and what's going to happen, and I haven't put out a lot of information on it because I haven't had time, and still there's some little layers that detail that I'm trying to do, but it doesn't matter because we still have a creator and God and all those things and stuff like that. So but there's pieces that it's just amazing. For example, I'm going to do another video on this one. There is actually, I talked to a guy from World War II veteran. I put on a video. He was on the carrier called a cargo ship called the USS Jupiter. I mean, I'm like, I have never ever heard even a term of astrological space body stuff ever being used for the name of ships. I was like, what? And now there's also one called Saturn and Sea Dragon. I mean, are you kidding me? So there was a guy, I actually got some fast food from a Mexican local place yesterday. And when I was in there, a veteran walked in. And I've actually had several veterans about this, even one that was in the Navy, and he validated there was never a USS Jupiter. He's in Boise, Idaho. But this one was a local guy here in Phoenix. And I asked him, I said, hey, do you... I said, this guy was actually Air Force, but he knew all the history. I said, you know a lot about, he goes, oh yeah, I know naval, I have friends, I know all about naval stuff. And so he's standing there, I said, do you ever remember a cargo ship or a carrier ship called, a cargo ship, supply ship called USS Jupiter? And he goes, what? He says, no, he goes, there's no such thing as a USS Jupiter. I said, yes, there is. I was talking to World War II veteran. He said there was a ship called USS Jupiter. He goes, no, 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 no. He goes, even if there was, he goes, the Navy never would name a ship after that. He said, you know, they name things after like states, senator, United States, like Arizona, states of our country, or, you know, senators or political figures. He said you never name even a cargo ship. You don't name them after a ridiculous planet in our solar system. He's like, that's ridiculous. And I said, me too. But I said, this guy, he goes, well, I don't. He goes, I'm gonna have to look at it. That's what he said. He goes, I'm gonna have to look that one up because I can't. He goes, there's no way. So anyway, so he walks out the door. Well, bud, welcome to Mandela Effect, because I just talked to a guy right there, World War II, that was on that ship, that even had that ship had actually gone into Yokoshima, where the famous photo with two guys lifting the flag up and three behind him pushing on him to hold the flag up. And that was propaganda, by the way. It was a complete lie too. I should have done a video on that one, but well, you actually watch his because he talks about it. The previous one, were the guy with the World War II veteran, the video previously, right? All that info is right there. So anyway. So this Ted Bundy one, this one blows my mind. So we have a lot of these criminal trials and cases that things are changing. Got the OJ Simpson trial. Now the serial killer Ted Bundy. Now what surprised me about Ted Bundy was that about 3 weeks ago, I went and listened to the interview before he was executed by the state systems, and he actually was repenting. He said, I don't care if people believe me or not, I feel guilty. And he actually he talked about how that pornographic magazines need to be more controlled because that's what led to him. So I'm thinking to myself, this is crazy. So if it was really true that he was just an actor, playing this part, we don't know if he was really even executed. But but then he's in here. I mean, that would have been a big show, an actor to come out, and there would have been no reason for him to really, at this last, last moments, an hour before he dies, to have this interview with this guy, repenting and saying all these things. That's what's so confusing is, why would he have done that if the whole thing was just a charade anyway? They would just said, Ted Bundy, unless they really want you to believe into the story and then he was never executed, and they slipped him out of jail and changed his name. And they may have, because he's Illuminati, and the people parents say, hey, Ted Bundy's probably walking around this earth today, if that's true. See, Ted Bundy, so he made up this whole sad story about how he repented to God and Lord and this, blah, blah. And I mean, you kidding me? It's possible, right? So this is a shocker. Anyway, I don't really care. I am on a mission, and I know that we have got to beat the Illuminati. I know we got to beat the beast system. That's why I'm here. That's why you're here. And all right, so love you all. God bless.